Greetings everyone, my name is Dr. Jason Freeman. I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. In this video, I answer the question, so what is Guy Fawkes Day anyway? Now at any point, feel free to click the notification bell or subscribe to my channel to get more content. So without further ado, let's begin. Years, Guy Fawkes Day has had many different names. It's been called Guy Fawkes Night, Bonfire Night, and also Gunpowder Treason Day. So all these different names. But it all really means the celebration of the failure of the gunpowder plot of 1605, where a king was almost assassinated. And so essentially they're celebrating the failure of the assassination attempt. So the king in the case of Guy Fawkes Day is King James I. The thing about King James is that he was the Scottish king who became the king of all of Britain. And so basically he was this Protestant who essentially was ruling over a country that for a long time had been Catholic. It had been Catholic up until Henry VIII when he had a disagreement with the Pope in regards to trying to annul his first marriage. Now, the thing about this particular king is that he had a Catholic mother, but when he became king, he was very oppressive of the Catholics in the country, and so the gunpowder plot, which is what Guy Fawkes Day is kind of commemorating the failure of that, is really was a reaction to King James's policies towards Catholics in England. And so who is Guy Fawkes exactly? Well, Guy Fawkes was a Catholic. And so the thing with Guy Fawkes is that he was not the originator of the plan. He was, not the only person involved. In fact, there was a whole group of people who were part of this plot. And so what the gunpowder plot was basically King James, again, this Protestant king, was oppressing the Catholics. And so their plot was basically to kill him. So they were planting these explosives under the House of Lords. And so the person who was guarding these explosives was Guy Fawkes. And so there's an anonymous letter basically that was sent, and essentially they were searching the tunnels underneath the House of Lords, which is kind of the higher House of Parliament in England. And so they were essentially searching, and they found Guy Fawkes guarding the explosive. He was arrested, he was tortured, and later he was executed. And so in many ways, Guy Fawkes is more just a symbol of this plot failing. And so the celebration itself is of essentially the preservation of the monarchy at the time, the ascension or the dominance of Protestantism. And it has a lot of anti-Catholic historical connections as well. For example, they would burn effigies of Guy Fawkes along with the Pope during the holiday. Now, Guy Fawkes Day has evolved over the years. A lot of the anti-Catholic sentiment that was in place in the early celebrations have largely died away. Now, there are a few communities in England that do kind of have some of the anti-Catholic sentiment, but those are very much the outliers. Today in England, and as well as the colonies around the world that were British colonies, they celebrate Guy Fawkes Day by setting off fireworks, by setting bonfires, and also while burning Guy Fawkes in effigy. But again, the anti-Pope stuff, the anti-Catholic stuff has largely disappeared. And ironically, in England, many Catholics today celebrate Guy Fawkes Day as a symbol of English heritage and not as anything related to religion at all. So it's very much as one of those widely celebrated holidays that a lot of people don't really kind of go back and look at the historical origins. They just kind of celebrate it as it is. Now, one interesting development that's happened in relation to Guy Fawkes Day is the fact that Guy Fawkes himself is now a symbol of resistance to tyranny. So while the original Guy Fawkes was specifically against King James I and kind of the Protestant dominance of Catholics, now Guy Fawkes in his image, and particularly in the example of a Guy Fawkes mask, which you should be seeing on your screen, is used by a number of groups to kind of symbolize essentially resistance to tyranny. Now, this became famous with the early 2000s movie V for Vendetta, when the main character in a dystopian Great Britain is wearing a Guy Fawkes mask. So, When is Guy Fawkes Day celebrated? Well, there's one easy way to remember when it's celebrated. Remember the 5th of November. That is a kind of little bit of rhyme that kids were taught to remember in Great Britain. It's also in the movie V for Vendetta, his kind of catchphrase or kind of main things he said. And so November 5th of every year is Guy Fawkes Day. Now, again, this is one of those things that is celebrated in Great Britain, many former colonies, though it's not really found its way to the United States, again, for various reasons. But again, November 5th of each year is going to be Guy Fawkes Day. So again, it's one of those things, a little bit of trivia to know about British history as well as British culture. Now, if you found this video interesting, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone else you think might find this video interesting. Thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day.